everyone. Welcome back to Summer Book Buddies. I've missed you all so much, and I'm so glad we're back together. Okay, so we're going to do our story time, and then after this video, we're going to talk about all the things in your bag and how to put it all together. All right? Okay, so if you want to read a book, clap your hand. If you want to read a book, clap your hands. If you want to read a book, sit down, we'll take a look. If you want to read a book, clap your hands. If you want to read a book, stomp your feet. Stomp, stomp. If you want to read a book, stomp your feet. Stomp, stomp. If you want to read a book, sit down, I'll take a look. If you want to read a book, stomp your feet. Stomp, stomp. If you want to read a book, sit and go, shh. If you want to read a book, sit and go, shh. If you want to read a book, sit down, we'll take a look. If you want to read a book, sit and go, shh. Okay, so I have my rainbow bag here. And let's see what we're going to be reading about today. What do I have in here? Let's see. What is that? Sea turtle. And, ooh. What is that? It's called a squid. Pink squid. Let's see. We also have, what kind of animal is that? It's a hammerhead shark. And what is this? It's an octopus. Where do all these animals live? Let's see what it says on my board. It says oceans. And welcome to summer story time. So it says OCEANS, oceans. So that's what we'll be reading about today and for the rest of summer, because our theme for summer reading is oceans of possibilities. Okay, so let's start with this fun book about, what lives in the ocean? Fish. This is Hooray for Fish by Lucy Cousins. All right. Hooray for Fish. Hello. I am a little fish swimming in the sea. I have lots of fishy friends. Come along with me. Hello, fish. Red, blue, and yellow fish. Hello, spotty fish. Stripy fish. Happy fish. Gripey fish. Oof, that fish looks grumpy. 1, 2, 3. How many can you see? Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Did I forget that guy? Hello, elefish, shellyfish, hairy fish, scary fish. Eye fish, shy fish, fly fish, sky gray fish. Huh. Hello, fat and thin fish. Hello, twin fin fish. They're the same. Curly whirly, twisty twirly. Upside down, round and round. So many friends, so many fish. Sploosh, splash, splish. Oh my gosh. But where's the one I love the best? Even more than all the rest? Oh. Hello, Mom. Hello, little fish. Kiss, kiss, kiss. Hooray for fish. The end. Oh, look at all those fish. That was such a good book about all those fishes. So now we have finger play. Just super cool. I like this one. So it's about 5 little fish. And what eats fish? Did you say a shark? It is about a shark and 5 little fish. So here's our fish. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where's the hair on it? So 5 little fishes swimming in the sea. Teasing a shark, you can't catch me. Along comes the shark, as quiet as can be, and he snapped that fish right out of the sea. Oh no! So now how many fishes do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4 little fishes swimming in the sea, teasing a shark. You can't catch me. Along comes the shark, as quiet as can be. Which one? Which one should he? How? He snapped that fish right out of the sea. How many fish now? 1, 2, 3. 3 little fishes swimming in the sea. Teasing a shark. You can't catch me. Along comes that shark, as quiet as can be, and he snatched that fish right out of the sea. How many fish are left? 1, 2. 2 little fishes swimming in the sea, teasing that shark. This one. You can't catch me. Along comes the shark, as quiet as can be, and he snapped that fish. See it in his mouth? Right out of the sea. How many fish do we have left? 1 little fish swimming in the sea, teasing that shark. You can't catch me. But along comes the shark, as quiet as can be, and he snapped that fish right out of the sea. So how many fish do we have? We have no little fishes swimming in the sea, just this shark, as full as can be. His belly's all full of fishes. Oh, there he goes. Well, those are some unlucky fish. But now Ooh, we're going to read a great book. And it's about a lucky sea monster. It's called Lula and the Sea Monster by Alex Latimer. Do you see the sea monster? All right, let's see what happens in this book. All right. Lula and the Sea Monster. Oh, look at that. Lula lived in an old house on the beach with her parents. She loved looking for things that washed up on the sand and watching the animals that lived in the rock pools. But none of that would last much longer. In a few days, Lula and her family would have to move. Their home was going to be torn down to make way for a huge highway that would run along the coast. There's the highway, and that sign says, "No way." And this one says, "Save the beach." And there's her house. Early one morning, Lula packed some sandwiches and took her bucket and spade. Sandwiches? She went for a walk along the beach, combing for treasures while she still could. I wonder what she's going to find. Further down the shore, she noticed a seagull snapping at something in a small rock pool. There it is. Lula chased the seagull away. Do you see in there? I wonder what it is. Then she scooped up the tiniest creature in her bucket. There he is. He curled around Lula's finger, happy to have been rescued. "Look how little you are," said Lula. "You're hardly bigger than a bean." "Oh, that's what I'll call you. Bean." Name is Bean. Bean seemed much too small to look after himself in the deep, wide ocean. So Lula put him on a larger rock, in a larger pool, with plenty of crevices to hide from hungry seagulls. She gave Bean a sandwich from her backpack, and Bean gobbled it up. Lula spent the whole day with her new friend. "It's getting late," Lula told Bean, "but I'll be back tomorrow." And then she headed home. Lula woke up early the next morning, made 3 extra sandwiches, and hurried along the beach to see her new friend. But the tiny creature she had left in the rock pool, what happened? Had grown overnight. Oh my goodness, he's so much bigger now. Now Bean was too big for the pool. Lula would have to find him a new home. So she scooped Bean up in her bucket, though he hardly fit, and dragged the bucket to a larger pool. Lula gave Bean all of the sandwiches she'd brought, even her own. Lula stayed as long as she could, and they played until sunset. It was getting harder to say goodbye. The next day, Lula packed all the food she could carry and stuffed it in a bedsheet. Look at all that food. And dragged it to Bean's pool. What do you think happened to Bean? Bean had grown even bigger. There was no way Lula could carry him now. So Lula lured Bean to an extra large rock pool with the food she brought. They spent hours of fun together, and it was the greatest day 2 friends could have. When it was time to go home, Lula felt terribly sad. Soon she would have to move away and leave Bean forever. The next morning, Lula felt miserable as she packed her things. She was already missing Bean a great deal. So Lula put some pickles, potatoes, and crackers in a box and set off to see Bean one last time. But Bean wasn't in his pool. She couldn't find him anywhere. Lula sat behind the empty rock pool for ages. But she never got the chance to say goodbye. Oh no. On moving day, Lula watched her mom and dad pack the last of their belongings in their car. They looked as sad as she felt. Then came the roar of bulldozers. "Lula," her parents called, "it's time for us to go." But Lula wouldn't go. She couldn't. This was their home. And not just her family's. This stretch of beach was home to millions of creatures. Creatures like her friend Bean. Wonder where Bean is. Lula marched over to the bulldozers. "I'm not going anywhere," she shouted. The men laughed. "I mean it," Lula yelled. But the bulldozers crept forward, puffing black smoke into the air. It was no use. Lula turned to get one last look at her house. Who was that? And there was Bean, bigger than 10 elephants. He curled around Lula's home, the way he curled around her finger the first day they met. The men stopped laughing and raced away, leaving their bulldozers behind. There's Bean. Lula still lives in her house with her parents, and there is no highway on the beach. Of course, the bulldozers came back 3 more times, but each time Bean chased them away. Lula still walks along the sand every day, searching for interesting things and animals that need looking after. And most days, Bean swims along in the shadows. They couldn't be happier. Do you see Bean? You only see their eyes. The end. Well, that was such an exciting book about friendship. Wow. Okay, so now that we sat through that long, it was a little long. The book was a little long. But since we sat through it, let's do a fun song. Okay, so let's stretch out. Oh, stretch out for our song. All right, so it's also about the ocean, because everything this summer is going to be about the ocean. Okay, so it's called The Waves in the Ocean. And you might recognize the tune. So it goes, the waves in the ocean go up and down, up and down, up and down. The waves in the ocean go up and down all day long. What else lives in the ocean? The crabs in the ocean go pinch, 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 pinch. The crabs in the ocean go pinch, pinch, pinch all day long. Let's see, who else lives in the ocean? Sharks. The sharks in the ocean go jump, 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 jump. The sharks in the ocean go jump, jump, jump all day long. So now we're back to the waves in the ocean go up and down, up and down, up and down. The waves in the ocean go up and down all day long. Whew, that was nice. Get a little stretches. Okay, we have one more book, and it's pretty short, but so beautiful. One of my favorite books about the ocean. And then we're going to sing one more song. And then we'll show you what's in your bag and how all of it works. Okay, so this book is called Deep in the Ocean. Deep in the ocean. Something is happening there up on the surface. Splash! What's that? It certainly frightens the sardines. The dolphins are curious, but no one else is bothered. The albatrosses dive, the tuna dash, and the sperm whale is about to eat dinner. And the swordfish wants to interrupt. A perfect school of mackerel. But what is this funny machine doing in the water? And what is it? It's a submarine. It came down to see what happens under the sea. A giant squid swims through the seaweed while the cuttlefish and the octopus hide. Just by the deep sea trench, the little submarine turns on its light, much to the surprise of the moray eel and the sunfish. Ooh, deep in the abyss. The creatures are not afraid of the submarine. The lanternfish is already lit. The jellyfish and sea butterflies sparkle, while the vampire squid watches with its glowing eyes. Suddenly, the big sea starts to rumble and roar. Here comes a terrible storm. The submarine tumbles through the spinning whirlpools. Oh no, oh no. Until it settles in polar waters and is welcomed by the beluga whales. The sea lions play along the creaking, squeaking icebergs, while the seabirds dive and dive. The narwhals pierce the sea with their tusks, and the orca whales go hunting. They don't even notice the submarine. Just then, a gentle song arises. It's the voice of a blue whale. As graceful as she is big, she pulls the submarine along. Until it's in the warm sea. The whale shark glides over the coral where all the tropical fish live. How beautiful. The anemone protect the clownfish. The leopard whip rays dip and swirl, while the marine turtles play hide and seek. What a paradise! Is this the end of the submarine's journey, or just the beginning? The end. Oh my goodness! Did you see all of those animals on all of those pages? Well, you know what? You can come to the library and check this book out and see them all up close for yourself. All right, well, that was our last book. So now it's time to tickle the clouds, tickle your toes, clap your hands, and tickle your nose. Reach down low and reach up high, 'cause story time's over. So say goodbye. Well, goodbye for now, because after my whole little song thing, we're going to figure out what's in your bags this week. Okay? Bye. Welcome back to the nitty-gritty bag portion of our Book Buddies program. So this is your first bag. So it doesn't really have a hard, fast theme like the other bags will, but it's still pretty exciting. So in your bag will be a flyer about summer reading. You can sign up, do it from home, and to just come in when you come to pick up your bags. You can come pick up your prizes. You can pick them up for your children if you want. Okay, and so there's that there. There's a QR code in the front here that will take you to our website. There is also our regular story time script schedule thing on the back too. There's also a welcome to the first week of Book Buddies, explaining kind of what goes on about sensory bins. There is also a water beads disclaimer and instruction sheet, because this might be the first time you're working with water beads. Pretty much don't eat them. They're non-toxic and biodegradable, but they're icky and they could be dangerous if your child swallows them. All right, so also in your bag is going to be a sensory bin, and that actually, I will show you in 1 second what it looks like. 2 little scoops in your basic one. So let's see, that bin looks like this when you blow it up. Super fun. If you have any issues with this not blowing up or being defective, let me know. Okay, so then you also have a bag. So you can put your bin away. You can put all the beads in this bag. Just rinse them first and watch for mold. Because, you know, wet and dirty hands and everything. Okay. So in your bag also will be 3 small bags of water beads. There is a recipe in your bag on how to hydrate them. And then after this video, I will have a little kind of step-by-step video picture thing of how to do it. Because I need to set up my bin for examples for you. So every 2 weeks, we will be getting new beads because that's about as long as they last when they're played with. So don't feel bad. Your kids can smoosh them. And then you can put them in your garden. That's kind of what they were meant for originally, or you can throw them in the trash. Just make sure you're not mixing the old beads and the new beads because you don't want them to get moldy. So we'll do Arctic and we'll do coral reefs. We're going to do super fun stuff. It's going to be every other week is a bin and an activity. So this week is going to kind of be a practice week. Everybody's going to be getting like green and blue beads so you can kind of practice. Some ocean animals will be included in there. Just get everybody excited for practicing on not putting anything in your mouth, keeping everything in there. Yeah, I'm really excited to be back this summer. So, you know what? I can't wait to see you. And stay tuned for step by step if this is your first time with water beads or even for a refresher. All right, bye.